Hello everyone, Mariette here from Inner Connection. I want to speak to you today about the first 7 years of a child's life. This is an incredibly important time in a child's life because we are receiving an automatic download of information from the family field into our field during the first 7 years. So when I say from 0 to 7, I really mean from conception. So when the baby is in the womb with the mother, the baby shares the energy system of the mother. The baby is at this point already receiving a download of information from the family field, all the characteristics and traits and also the predisposition to diseases. But there is also constitutions and temperament that is part of this inherited component. For example, if someone is struggling with anger in the family, impulsivity, any mental issues, that is being transferred during this time to our child in the womb. Everything that also happens to the mother during this time that the baby is in the womb is also happening to the baby because the baby is sharing the mom's energy system. The baby doesn't have their own energy system yet. So if mom is going through any shocks or stress, what often happens is that it triggers a survival and scarcity program within the baby that is trying to prepare the baby for the environment that the nature is assuming the baby is going to be born into. This must be a dangerous environment, safety must be an issue, and usually the two evolutionary patterns that are triggered, because these are such ancient patterns that ensure our survival, would be either I am food, so a lion is chasing me, I'm in danger of a predator, or there isn't food, which means there could be a famine, so I won't be able to feed myself or my children. So when a baby is born and the mom has gone through a very stressful pregnancy herself, you have this pattern triggered. What this would lead to is a child that has a very fast reaction time, or we would say they are more impulsive. So they have actually received a download while they were in the womb because of our own stress to prepare them for the stressful world that Mother Nature is assuming this child is being born into. So there's definitely a lot of truth to playing the beautiful classic music to your baby while they're in the womb. Other things that will impact on our child would be the birth, all the shocks and traumas of their early childhood and then throughout their life. But the download of information from the family field mostly happens in the first 7 years. It is automatic and we are vulnerable to it. It is automated. This is not something we can prevent from happening. What we can do is work on ourselves, and then in the energy field these blockages are being resolved. But during pregnancy, everything that is unresolved is being downloaded into your child's system because it's trying to prepare your child and give your child the best chance of survival, basically. But if we really are more conscious during our pregnancies, we can bring our stress levels down, and then our child is not born with this impulsivity or a natural tendency toward impulsivity. So when you also have a child and you're struggling with their impulsivity and it's leading to behavior symptoms, and you look back and you realize that you for example had a big shock as a mom during the initial stages of pregnancy, or the birth was very traumatic for you, then now you realize actually this impacted on your child. This will give you a completely new perspective on your child and will put you in a place of compassion, and you will then be able to access the correct strategies to work, because once you realize that is what's happened, then we can of course reprogram that pattern within our child. But without the conscious awareness, we are going to just assume that our child has a problem with their behavior due to the impulsivity, when it's actually an hereditary program, a survival program that came from us. In a good way, the intention of it is to ensure survival. But if we're not threatened and we are in a safe space, we do not need to run this pattern. So we can address this and free our child of it for the rest of their lives. So when I'm training people with regards to the first 7 years of their child's life, we are always in awe of what an important time this is. And I really look forward to sharing this with everyone today in the training. Love and light, Mariette.